Hey guys and welcome to Moose Talk. And today kita orang nak bincang tentang topik how do you meet your jodoh online. Sebab ramai je dekat social media, diorang cakap, oh I met my partner dekat sini, oh I met my wife, my husband dekat this app, from this to this. You guys know the trend kan? So what we want to talk about is, betul ke boleh jumpa jodoh online? What do you think about this, Ashraf? Do you think it's possible?
Okay, so before we begin kan, so kita kena faham yang dating apps ni ataupun cari jodoh apps ni bila dia dah start jadi trend. So first, tahun 2012, first aplikasi cari jodoh ni ataupun dating apps ni ada. So ever since that, it has evolved slowly and slowly and slowly. Okay, so dulu cari jodoh kalau kita cakap is very traditional. Kita kena jumpa depan-depan lah, ataupun way before that, diorang exchange gambar. Zaman tu orang print gambar.
Hantar surat.
Kalau
Kalau nak lagi traditional, hantar surat.
Hantar surat kan. Macam my parents dulu hantar surat. Hantar surat lepas seminggu baru sampai.
Yep.
So dia dah hilang dah 1 minggu punya notice tu, dia tak tahu dah apa jadi. Dia tahu yang minggu lepas punya je. Macam tu. Kan? Then slowly kita nampak ada start social media. Okay. So bila ada social media ni, orang dah first social media ni untuk kita kenal-kenal dengan orang.
Betul.
Kan? Untuk kita connect lah kononnya. Tapi lama-kelamaan orang dah evolve juga. So orang gunakan social media juga untuk cari jodoh.
Betul.
Untuk berkenalan secara alam maya.
Itu yang from this to this tu.
From this to this tu kan. Jadinya, can you find your jodoh online? The answer is absolutely yes.
Absolutely yes, guys.
Yes,
okay.
betul.
And why do you think that is? And how do you think they did it?
How they did it. Okay. So dulu, macam dulu lah, kita take satu step belakang lah.
Okay.
Dulu, dia zaman ekonomi dulu, dia taklah mencabar sangat. So kiranya kalau orang tu buat satu kerja, dah boleh sustain. Betul. Tapi zaman sekarang ni, dia sangat mencabar. So ada orang tu, isi rumah tu, dia kerja 2-3 kerja.
Betul.
Tak kisahlah lelaki ke perempuan lah, just
dia mesti ada like some part of side income kan, the passive income.
Yeah, betul kan. So dulu macam kita buat satu kerja, at least kita ada a lot of time, so we can spend time connecting with people. Tapi sekarang ni dia agak mencabar, sebab you nak sustenance untuk diri you pun you kena buat banyak kerja. So you dah hilang that bit of luxury of time there. So that is why bila ada dating apps macam ni ataupun cari jodoh apps ni, sebenarnya it helps you to connect gradually as you juggle your life. So sambil you ada priority dalam hidup you tu, you masih lagi boleh connect dengan orang. So it's about killing 2 birds with 1 stone lah.
But like apa-apa sekalipun kita buat, dia mesti kena ada quality.
Betul.
So like bila kita ada this app, kita kena like have a quality profile inside it, of course lah kan. Sebab
betul.
kalau tak quality, then orang just setakat macam, oh okay, not interested kan. So what do you think makes a good profile?
Okay, what makes a good profile? Okay, dia ada banyak komponen sebenarnya. Okay, so kita ibaratkan dia macam your resume lah, ataupun your CV. So bila you nak pergi kerja, dan resume you tu akan ada beberapa komponen. Contohnya akan ada gambar.
Of course.
Okay, akan ada your education background. Lepas tu dia ada your experiences. Lepas tu dia ada your voluntary work and whatever it is.
Your hobby apa semua.
Yes, whatever it is. So it's a very similar concept. Okay, so first thing first is profile picture.
Okay.
Gambar. So kita akan tengok dulu. Sebelum apa-apa kita akan tengok. Betul? Okay. So sekarang ni I nak tanya dengan you. Okay, I nak tanya from a woman's perspective. Okay, so the first thing yang tadi kita cakap adalah you need to have a good profile picture.
Betul.
Okay, what makes a great profile picture dekat Moose for a man on a girl's perspective?
I think bila kita tengah macam going through the app, the first picture yang akan make me stop and actually like swipe gambar-gambar lain ataupun take a look at his profile, his bio apa semua, is gambar yang memang nampak him. Secara keseluruhan, tak tutup muka, tak pakai spek mata, dia berpakaian kemas, basically his self is very terurus lah, presentable, yeah. And then baru I akan tengok gambar-gambar lain. So gambar-gambar lain tu, if like contohnya ada pakai spek apa, then it's fine. But the first picture tu, I want to see him as a person. Kalau boleh berdiri full, nampak daripada like kepala sampai kaki. I want to see how do you present yourself. So what do you think kalau untuk perempuan pula?
Kiranya it's a first impression matters lah.
Of course.
Betul. Okay. So tadi kita cakap macam you need to have a full picture, you don't need sunglasses apa semua. Okay. So for women pula I rasa almost the same. Okay, I understand sebab from my experience ni kan on this cari jodoh application, ramai women feels insecure. They feels insecure of their body, for example. So especially, no hates, but especially those women yang slightly on a bigger size kan, mereka akan rasa slightly insecure of their body.
Okay.
So mostly akan just letak gambar selfie.
Macam kalau boleh as rapat as possible to the face kan.
Ibarat yang macam you ambil phone tu macam okay betul-betul depan je. Macam tu, you know. So macam like for women kalau nak tengok a man in a full body picture, it's very similar for men juga. We also want to see women yang in their full body picture.
Yeah, for the first picture lah. First impression punya picture.
Yes,
okay, got it.
Okay, so that's important thing. Okay, lepas tu, I think zaman sekarang ni macam there's a lot of technology.
Yeah.
Betul. So kita memang ada macam-macam filter. All kind of filter yang macam kalau you tengok trend dekat China for example.
Yeah.
Muka you yang sangat bulat boleh jadi sangat tirus.
Macam tu tiba-tiba kan.
Dia jadi daripada 0 to V.
My favourite filter would be tak pakai makeup because I really don't like to wear makeup and tiba-tiba macam at least muka I nampak lah terurus sikit. But it's not extravagant, bukan sampai macam eyeshadow gila macam tu kan.
Yeah, betul. So it's about sekarang ni memang okay lah, dia macam ni. Siapa je nak letak gambar buruk dekat social media contoh.
Betul.
Kan kita nak letak gambar kat social media pun kita pilih, edit, re-edit, rethink, lepas resize lah, nak caption, nak fikir lagi apa semua. It's a very similar concept. So, you boleh pakai filter, boleh. Tapi, jangan sampai hilang the naturality of it.
So mata jadi biru ke, kan? Nampak macam tak natural langsung.
Itu yang nanti bila jumpa nanti di kemudian hari, macam
kecewa.
Betul. Hati ni sedikit patah. Macam tu.
So itu kalau apa yang kita nak looking for lah basically. What about apa yang kita terus macam next? What do you think untuk profil perempuan?
Profil perempuan kalau next ni it's very menarik sebenarnya. Untuk I rasa macam women yang bio dia tu agak aneh-aneh. So aneh-aneh kiranya dia macam ibaratnya dia sangat vague, dia tak tahu kenapa dia dekat situ. So kita selalu dengar yang lelaki test power. Kan lelaki dia suka test power lah, dia nak tengok dia punya relevancy, dia relevant ke tak apa benda semua. Tapi sebenarnya perempuan tu ramai je.
Ini yang orang selalu cakap test market.
Test market. So dia bila dia dekat social media ni, okay gambar tadi kita cakap dah. Tapi bio dia. Bio dia tu sangatlah mengundang. Dia macam sebenarnya kau dekat sini kau nak apa? Dia sangat vague. Dia macam tak ada satu clear interpretation kenapa I dekat sini. So as a man, bila I tengok benda tu, I akan rasa macam okay, this is like a turn off.
Okay.
So for me, I macam okay, kalau aku like, kalau tak, aku swipe. So dia kita tak boleh lah go macam tu. So that's for me lah.
Kalau I just wanna macam tiba-tiba teringat lah about gambar. Also add in like apa you punya hobby kot untuk gambar-gambar seterusnya tu. Contoh you suka hiking, so maybe add in gambar you suka hiking juga. Ataupun you like cats, put a picture with you and your cat. So gambar kan menceritakan 1000 perkataan, 1,000 words in one picture kan.
Betul.
So macam okay, this guy is a family guy, this woman is a family woman ke apa kan. So itu just an addition I want to add.
Betul. I pun agree juga sebenarnya. Sebab macam kalau kita tak ada gambar tu, macam we need some personality.
Betul.
We need some character online kan. So how do you put character online? So
how do you humanize yourself online kan?
Humanize kan. So kita ada dua orang kata through your artistic art or through your copy ataupun penulisan ni. Jadi penulisan ni kita boleh tulis kat bio. Dari segi gambar, you need a gambar visual untuk itu. So it's important sebenarnya untuk you letak apa gambar hobi, apa you suka tak suka semua. That gives a bit more depth like who am I online.
Betul, I agree. Tapi macam I'm really sorry going back to gambar because I feel like we need to touch juga apa benda-benda gambar yang kurang sesuai for you to put on your cari jodoh profile. Kalau lelaki it would be like pakai baju singlet ke ataupun basically just gambar 10 tahun lepas.
Betul.
You can tell gambar 10 tahun lepas rupa dia macam mana. There's like a slight macam gambar ni macam
Macam pixel-pixel ni sikit. Dia macam ada ni sikit.
Macam retro sikit kan. Cara you punya styling pun macam nampak macam off season je.
Kan.
So I think I know if you don't like yourself in the present, tapi at least the person that is looking for you ataupun tengah going through your profile, dia tahu lah, okay, this is how this person looks like now.
Betul.
So
that's important sebenarnya. Sebab macam siapa pun tak nak tengok the past version.
I mean like, what if you were in your glory days 10 tahun lepas, but now maybe you dah berubah style ke apa ke, it's fine, just accept you for who you are. If you don't accept you, kalau contohnya you like letak gambar you yang 10 tahun lepas, and then someone likes that 10 tahun lepas and you're not that person anymore, basically that person is liking the old version of you. So why? Kan?
So masa tu yang akan ada mismatch tu.
Okay, so going back to profile, bio. So tadi you cakap macam, you know, basically vague intentions kan. Apa lagi selain daripada tu? What about dia punya like basically hobby ke, ataupun profile bio dia tu tak lengkap. Dia macam, oh, hi, Assalamualaikum, nak perkenalan. And then dia just macam, oh, this is my height, this is where I live, I don't have any hobby. What do you think about that?
Okay. I rasa, like I said, it's a clear cut turn off lah. Betul tak? Okay. Tapi, apa yang perlu ada dalam bio? So, kita kena tahu dulu apa yang kita perlu ada dalam bio. What makes a good bio a good bio? Kan? Okay. So, the first thing first is that we have a clear intention.
Okay, clear intention.
Okay, first clear intention. Okay, so clear intention ni kita kena faham tau. Dalam hidup ni, we are already very stressed. Zaman sekarang ni, everything is so digital. Semua benda macam needs your attention ASAP kan. So, dia bukan about figuring out your life at that given point. Okay, clear intention ni kiranya macam clear cut dalam cari jodoh apps ni. Kita akan cakap, you nak kahwin ke tak? You nak ada berapa orang anak? Bila you nak kahwin? Apa benda semacam tu. Okay, I know that it can create certain degree of pressure sebenarnya, especially untuk lelaki. Kan macam you nak kena, there's a pressure like you need to figure it out all already and etc. kan. Tapi here's the thing, you don't really need to figure it out at that given point, but in a way you need to have a direction.
You need to have basics lah.
Basics, for
what
example.
You're looking for in
so
life.
At least macam kalau you tak tahu you nak kahwin bila, tapi you dah tahu yang you nak kahwin. That sets different than orang yang datang just untuk kenal-kenal. That sets you different. Okay, so that is also an indication of clear intention. Bila you tak figure it out all, it's okay, but at least you know that my end goal here dekat cari jodoh apps is for me to berkahwin. So that is very important sebenarnya. So kita jangan macam demonize sangat. Kita jangan macam terlampau macam, oh, kalau you tak letak specific number, by bulan ke-6 I nak bertunang, by bulan ke-7 I nak kahwin tu, oh, you are not having a clear intention tak. So I rasa macam clear intention ni pun dia kena ada definition di sini. Okay, that's one thing. The second thing is that untuk cari jodoh ni we are talking about menghalalkan sesuatu. Betul? Okay, so kita kena ada faith value. Value ataupun kita panggil Islamic value. So bila dengar Islamic value tu macam pressure macam. Okay, I just nak cakap yang macam kita semua ada journey kita. Betul? So ada journey yang ada orang dia bukanlah terlampau alim ataupun dia tidaklah mempraktis sangat. Tapi slowly day by day dia change and then it becomes a better Muslim over a period of time. Betul kan? Okay. So faith value ni sebenarnya sangat important. Bila you nak berkenalan dengan seseorang tu, contohlah kalau you seorang yang mungkin solatnya 2 kali sehari. We are not promoting that. Okay, we are not promoting that. Tapi kalau lah contoh you seorang yang you akan semayang 2 kali sehari, for example. Then you ada a value of, okay, kalau I want to be with this person, I nak cari orang yang at least semayangnya 5 waktu. So apa you nak cari guidance. Betul? So having a clear faith values and intentions tu is very important. So yang contohlah lelaki yang solatnya 5 waktu tu, dia akan tahu okay, perempuan ni kekurangan di sini, so dia tahu role apa yang dia nak play dalam relationship tu. So pada woman pula dia tahu okay, dia solatnya 2 waktu, so dia hutang lagi 3. So with this man, she wants to build a future where
improve diri dia.
Okay, so daripada 2 tu dia nak tambah lagi 3. So that is a clear expectation dah on the faith value. So that's important juga. Then the third is about like what we mentioned tadi, personality and character. Sebab dia macam ni tahu, end goal kita cari jodoh ni, kita nak berkahwin. Lepas berkahwin kita nak mendirikan rumah tangga, beranak pinak, etc.
And all that needs chemistry kan.
Betul, chemistry kan. So sometimes kalau kita setakat suka sahaja, kita cakap okay mata you biru I suka. Tudung you kalau pakai tudung merah cantik je. But that thing can fade off over a period of time. Jadi you perlukan karakter ataupun hobi,
personality.
Ataupun, personality ataupun something yang on the same wavelength yang akan membuatkan you, there's always something that we can explore together and together.
Itu yang macam sekufu kan.
Yes.
I think also attitude. Sebab over time, when you spend too much time with one person, you akan nampak dia punya macam dia kan. So kalau attitude dia
ada terbit sikit
so the thing about sekufu that I understand is you can have dislikes, you can disagree, but you can still get along.
Yes.
So I think attitude.
So just to add on lah, I rasa bila kita cakap pasal jodoh ni kan, kita kena faham yang let's look at a metaphor of book. Okay. You can maybe be on page 20, I can maybe be on page 5.
Okay.
But what's important is that we are in the same chapter.
In the same book as well?
Yes, in the same book, in the same chapter.
Okay.
Sebab bila kita in the same chapter tu bermaksud, maybe you akan ada beberapa few steps depan dan I ke belakang for example. But it's fine because kita dalam chapter yang sama.
Okay.
Fasa kehidupan tu ada similarity. So dia akan jadi sedikit off bila you dekat level, you dekat page 5 tapi page 5 you chapter 1.
Okay.
Tapi your partner punya tu page 5 tapi chapter 10.
Dia dah macam terlebih advance.
Kat situ yang akan ada konflik etc. So macam tu lah.
Faham. Okay, so kita dah identify like what's a good bio, what's a bad bio, good photo, not good photo. What about identifying a good profile or a bad profile as a whole? Dia macam mana pula? Like people always say red flag, red flag. So kalau you macam mana? Apa you rasa is a red flag?
Red flag Red flag ni I rasa zaman sekarang ni kita dah macam overuse.
I think so. Dia macam thrown around everywhere. So what if kita talk about green flag?
Okay, green flags. Green flags. Okay. How about we start with women?
Okay,
apa green flag yang women rasa macam on a woman's perspective?
Okay.
Apa yang you rasa green flag untuk lelaki?
Oh man, this is a big question. I think basically lelaki tu rajin nak berusaha. So I think overall perempuan rasa macam ni, which is lelaki tu tak perlu ada kerja yang besar, gaji yang besar. Just the fact that he has this intention for himself yang dia sentiasa nak grow. Dia sentiasa nak improve diri, nak perbaiki diri dan future. Because you know that man, in the future nanti, that's what he's also gonna do for his family. Dia nak always provide the best thing for his family juga. And kalau contohnya lelaki tu, gaji besar, kerja besar, but he's like too comfortable in his comfort zone. Ada possibility that one day you lose those kind of things, and dia tak tahu macam mana nak bergerak, nak keep growing kan. So I think that's one of the kind of green profile, green flags in a guy, basically, that I always look up to in a guy. What do you think about perempuan pula?
I rasa for perempuan kan, the green flag is your ability untuk jatuh sama-sama, naik sama-sama.
Oh man, topik ni tengah viral dekat social media right now. This is like tadi kita talk about green flags in a profile.
Yes, betul.
Okay, so red flags tadi macam we kind of spoke about it lah, red flags kan. But are there any more red flags that like you think we should list down?
I rasa kalau kita skew back to cari jodoh application tu sendiri, we pretty much cover everything.
Okay.
Pretty much cover everything. Cumanya macam something for us to know like what to avoid, let it be from a woman or a man, adalah orang-orang yang jenis asmi.
Asmi contohnya?
Contohnya macam dia punya attitude is like asmi. I takkan letak anything on my bio, on my picture, apa benda semua tu. If you like me, then ask me.
Oh, I'm mysterious. Macam tu lah maksud you.
Macam paling mysterious.
Okay.
itu agak apa tu, it's a grey area sebenarnya.
Okay.
Maybe it's a partially narcissistic
Uh-huh.
ataupun orang yang dia suka mengejar attention.
Okay.
Okay. Itu benda-benda yang kita macam clear cut, yang to me you need to just cut it off.
Okay.
Sebab kita tak nak mana-mana pihak, mana-mana parti, let it be man or woman, tersakiti.
I think I agree with you on that. Sebab macam, what are you doing on the Cari Jodoh app if you are like, tunggu je orang nak tanya apa semua. If you dah macam, I'm here, I want to get married, here's my bio, here's my picture, here's my profile. You terus nak, cut to the chase. Kan? Kalau macam kosong je, klik-klik, I bet lots of people just like next.
Yeah,
Kan?
betul.
Okay, betul-betul. I agree with that.
Another thing to add on adalah too many demands. Tadi memang tak ada apa-apa. Yang ni pula on an extreme spectrum lagi satu adalah too many demands.
Okay,
I want a man who is earning 4,000 per month, tinggi 175, berat ini, duduk sini, ada rumah, ada kucing, apa benda semua tu. Too many demands.
I thought you were going to say like, I'm looking for a guy in finance. Okay.
Jadi, itu too much demand, too many demands pun susah juga sebenarnya.
Okay.
Sebab I rasa bila you terlampau control apa tu outcome yang you nak, ibaratnya macam you
dah niche kan, like what you're looking for.
Niche tu satu benda. Satu lagi adalah you macam tak percaya dengan ketentuan Tuhan. Sebab like God is gonna give you where you are or what you deserve at that given time. So like we all can pray like, okay, I nak lelaki mata biru, so that anak I mata biru, apa benda semualah. Okay, boleh. Tapi kita kena tahu yang kita kena sentiasa ada konsep tawakal. Okay. So kita meminta, tapi we also need to understand that God is the best plan. Okay. So God knows what's the best for you.
What if orang tu, okay, because I ada teringat like one of our couples yang jumpa dekat MUS, they actually talked about each other and why they liked each other's profile. It's because their profile was like betul-betul to the dot. Diorang list down like apa pros diorang and apa cons diorang. Like and then at the end of the ayat they would say like apa macam and actually both of them did it, and that's why they liked each other. Sebab okay, this person knows what they want and this person dah bagi tahu ini kelemahan diri aku. So you boleh tolerate ke tak? Kalau you tak boleh tolerate, then it's okay if you don't like me kan. Basically macam for example lah, someone, contoh I nak cari jodoh and I list down betul-betul what I want. Of course, perempuan, I know you guys daripada kecil korang dah list down, and then over time, every single year you punya birthday, you untick, you scrap off one thing off the list kan. But what if you just have it listed down and then tulis kat bawah tu, if you're at least one of this or more than one of this, then just hit me up kan. Macam I think it's like you're winning on both sides. You're listing down what you're looking for, but also you're opening up yourself to like the possibilities yang you cakap tawakal tadi kan. So what do you think about that? Okay ke?
I think it's fine.
Okay.
In that spectrum, in that context tu, dia fine. Okay. So dia macam it goes back to your conversations ataupun communication. Okay. Tu it depends on the communication style. Ada orang yang macam dia memang sangat open macam tu, dan dia on the other end pula orang yang memang sangat menerima. So dia rasa macam all this nitty gritty macam as niche as your height, your weight, apa benda semua tu sangat-sangat important. Ada orang yang rasa macam okay, benda tak important, it's like along the way you discover. So it goes back to how each couples or each individual works, I would say. We pretty much cover most of it.
Yeah, I hope you guys wrote notes. Also, kalau korang ada tambahan ke, nak comment, tanya soalan ke, make sure you guys comment down below.
Yes.
And also, apa lagi, don't forget to like, share and subscribe.
Yeah, betul. Okay. So I guess that's all for this episode.
See you guys next time. Bye. Peace out.